A brand new Mountain Dew. eBay seems to be trolling Amazon. A recap on my recent trip to Portland. Shenmue 3 refunds. An Overwatch cookbook, for dad. An Easter egg recently found in the original Half-Life. ASUS introduces a dual monitor laptop, and I'm going to let you hear a song off of a brand new album from a band that I had the privilege to produce for the last 7 months called The Color Blush. All of that and so much more coming up on episode 17 of Heine House Live. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. Let's jump right into this. Welcome to Heine House Live, a podcast about the exciting and ever-changing world of gaming and technology. Heine House Live is available on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever else you listen to podcasts. For all other info, including links to our community Discord, live video feed, episode archive, and a whole host of other great entertainment, please visit HeineHouse.com. You're damn right you visit HeineHouse.com. You already know. Wah, 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 wah. Come on, sing with me. If I haven't lost you yet. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Welcome back to Heine House Live. I'm your hostess with the mostest, the Heiniest of all houses, Jay Heine, hanging out with you. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a fantastic start to your July, and I hope you had a really fun and safe 4th. I want to make a joke about it by saying, I hope you didn't blow off your hand or blow off your fingers doing dumb shit. Sad reality is that it happens. There's probably thousands of cases where that has happened this year, and part of me wants to make a joke, but then I realize that it's really happening, and so that's kind of sad. So I stopped dead in my tracks. So I just hope that you made it out and had a safe holiday for us here in the States. Just terrible. Oh, I used to have terrible soundboard on here somewhere. I got Tim Allen, though. He's always hanging out with us. Of course, this is a podcast where I talk about retro modern gaming, talk about technology. We just hang out. It's like a casual conversation with your best friend. We just hang out, and whatever happens, happens. Sometimes I go off the rails and go off on a tangent, but that's why you tune in, because you listen to some of my crazy bullshit, and it's kind of fun, and I just like doing it. So I'm here hanging out with you guys. I want to try to make a mention of this too, because we have a live feed on the YouTube, and of course it's audio form and all of the podcasting platforms. But on YouTube, they introduced some new. I think it's the ability for me as a creator to see if you've who watches the channel has the notifications turned on or off, and it kind of gives me a little bit deeper analytics, I guess. They're trying to make that better. So, because everyone always says that, and it drives me nuts. I'm smash that subscribe button and make sure to hit the ding-a-ling. And they tell you to remind your viewers this. They tell you, YouTube has said that. And that's, to be honest, that's why you see a huge flood of that happening in the last couple of years, is because Google sent out messages to creators saying, you need to remind everyone to do that, to tell them to subscribe, tell them to hit that. Because why? Because they fucked up the algorithm, and you don't ever see the shit you want to see. So if you want to see what you want to see, you literally have to turn on notifications and turn on the bell. Did I just fucking lag out there? What was that? See that? It's already fappening. It's fappening. So that when something gets posted, you get an actual push notification for that. So as much as I hate to say it, I need to. This is the longest-winded explanation you're going to get on this. But so I'm telling people, if you're on YouTube, obviously subscribe. Yes, of course, everyone knows that. But turn on notifications so that you see when I post Heine House Live episodes. Usually Sunday and Monday is usually when it goes out. So anyway, you guys know the drill. Hey, guess what? The show completely funded and supported by these lovely people on Patreon. We got all kinds of fun stuff going on Patreon this month specifically. Round of applause, though. Let's go. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why I keep doing that recently. I've just been running around. I'll be like, yeah. And everyone hates it. So I want to keep doing it. Mom thinks I'm Batman. She's like, oh, is that Batman? I'm like, yeah, it's Batman. Where's the boy? Where the fuck's the boy? Where is he? Anyway, hey, the show. completely supported by all these lovely people you see on your screen. And also, I'd like to welcome new patron this month, Mr. D-Pud. Hey, D-Pud, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. D-Pud. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth row down on the right, bro. I fit you in there. Made it look all nice and, you know, sort of lined up, but looking good, looking good. Thank you for your support. Of course, patreon.com/Jason Heine. If you join the Party Pack tier, which gives you, you know, access to a lot of cool stuff, mostly including my music. If you join the Party Pack tier in the month of July 2019, you have your choice of getting, and for free, one of my physical copies of one of my albums back here. I have them on display. They'll be on display the whole month of July. You can get the mixtape. You can get any of these CDs. You know, just send me a message on Patreon and let me know which one you'd like, and I will be happy to ship it over there to you. Okay? All of that. Just to show that I appreciate you so much. Man, episode 17. We're almost to 20. How you guys feeling? You all right? I know you're feeling good. We're all feeling good. So we've got some random news. We're going to talk about some random stuff that's been happening, followed by some gaming news and some tech news. And then we'll follow it up with our Discord community event, which was #fireworks. And we have a lot of great photos and submissions there. So thanks for everyone for submitting photos. You all can take part in Discord and join in. It's a lot of fun. We have another really fun one this week. And I'm excited to see where your creative, amazing minds go this year or this week. It's the yearly long event for this week's event. Spoiler alert, it's Gamer Grub. We're going to be talking about food. Always comes back to food, doesn't it? Sure does. Spoiler alert. Okay, speaking of food, though, and I always feel like we always have some sort of Taco Bell news. It's almost like a running theme. I'm not making this shit up, okay? They just happen to be in the news, man. They're doing things. If it's not a fucking Taco Bell hotel, it's something else. And we have actually 2 Taco Bell articles in the show today. Taco Bell is all over the place. Evidently, supposedly, there is a shortage on the 10-inch flour tortillas from Taco Bell's supplier. Taco Bell is not specifying which stores or how many stores are affected, but they are having a shortage. Wow. So if you want a burrito or a quesadilla, you gotta just take a back seat, bruh. You're out. A Reddit user claims that an employee at his Taco Bell said they won't be getting any tortillas until the end of July. It's all speculation, of course. A spokesperson from Taco Bell did say, while some Taco Bell restaurants are experiencing supplier shortages, we are working diligently to replenish the supply of our tortillas. Of course. Well, good on you. You know what that means? Order a goddamn chalupa. Bruh. Come on. It's all about the chalupas. You know that. I know they're a little more expensive, but they're worth it. Bruh. Aren't they? Yes, they are. When I walk in there and I order 20, they're like, stop it. Get some help. Get some help. So we did hear about that earlier this week. I think that's funny. The whole world is in shambles. We don't know what to do. Evidently, eBay seems to be trolling Amazon. And hey, it's been a long time. Okay, I have a long history with eBay. In fact, I wish I should have brought it out. I always say this. I always am never prepared to show off the stuff. But I've been honored as an eBay power seller, as an individual. You know, back in the day, in the early and mid 2000s. In fact, I pretty much ran an eBay business out of my house, out of my basement in the early days. And I sold everything from BMX bikes to cars, video games, obviously, to toys, to antiques, to Longaberger baskets. Holy shit. I know what a Longaberger basket is. Yeah, I really do. You know why? Because they're fucking expensive and high end. And those things fetch a high premium. Been there. So there was a time. And people would come to me in the neighborhood or just like local friends of friends. They'd be like, hey, now you got to remember too, this is back in the day when there were eBay stores, which I may not want to admit, I did work at one for a little bit before they went out of business, of course. That's not really a sustainable business as a storefront, but individually, you could have done pretty well. Anyway, I had friends of friends come to me and be like, "Hey, would you sell this?" Or then I started garage sale hopping, and then this and that, and it just kind of steamrolled into all of a sudden I had a business. I was making some good money doing that. Crazy. You can't do that now, really. It's almost impossible because it's such a buyer's market on eBay. Anyway, you know what? Fuck eBay. I don't want to talk too much about. It's garbage. Just be careful on eBay. You have to be very, very careful. But anyway, evidently, this is really funny that they're ballsy enough to do this to the almighty Amazon, which I feel like Amazon is crushing. I want to believe it. I guess I'm telling myself that. I don't know. I don't have hard facts, but I want to believe that Amazon is crushing eBay because eBay used to be king. eBay they're having a sale, and they're calling it the crash sale. Yes, a crash sale. It's going to run from July 15th, so this week, overlapping with the first day of Amazon's now 48-hour Prime Day that's coming up. So the reason why they're doing this is because Amazon, their site crashed for over an hour at the beginning of 2018 on Prime Day. And error messages appeared everywhere. People couldn't log in. People couldn't load the page. They had a big issue because obviously millions of people are hitting their site, boom, at the same time. And that can crash sites, definitely. So eBay's biggest troll announcement, and they announced, quote, a fresh batch of too good to be true deals that will drop if Amazon crashes, meaning eBay's sale will roll out additional deals if and only if Amazon's site crashes. So they're saying if Amazon's site crashes again, we will be rolling out deals. Wow. That's pretty ballsy. And also, I think it's pretty pathetic that they can't do their own thing and have luck with it. Listen. If you got an eBay business and you're doing well, good for you that you've been able to figure out how to sustain that. I could do an episode on, you know what? I should do an episode on eBay. I really should. I should talk about my eBay history and how it started for me, you know, in the late 90s. And then really the year 2000 is really when I started going hog wild. I should do an episode and maybe talk about it. I think we all have some sort of history and some sort of relationship with eBay. And maybe we'll do that. I won't get into it here, but yeah, man. I mean, I was invited to their fucking closed door, private, white tablecloth event, wined and dined, dude. I was invited when I was in Portland. Oh yeah, dude. I went out and bought a fucking tuxedo for the event. Oh, bro. I was talking to all kinds of people in there. I was the youngest guy in there. We could talk stories. It was crazy. Anyway, so they're fucking trying to troll Amazon. Get out of here with that shit, bro. Get some help.
Get some help.
So recently, I got back last night. I had a spur of the moment trip. I went to Portland, went home for a few days just to say hi. Absolutely no agenda. Just wanted to make the rounds, say hi to the family, see everyone. And it was just a great time. Honestly, if you can do spur of the moment things, if you can take a moment and just smell the air and do something, if you're lucky enough to, you should do it. Because again, I talked about this with everyone that I met out there. I met some friends, some family, and life is so short. It really is. And if you think about someone, let them know. If you're talking and thinking about, you know, moments in time, like these are so special. Everything's so special. And it feels good, right? It feels good. Like I obviously had this like moment, you know, I was there and I took one basically afternoon. I took my dad's car and I just went out and I was driving around. I went out to all my old stomping grounds, just cruising around, smelling the fresh air, smelling the trees, smelling the nature. It's summertime there, which is great. Everything's very green and lush, and it was overcast, which is kind of uncommon for summer. Usually it's blue sky and pretty nice in the Northwest. And it was great, man. It was a really great time. It was good to reflect and think about things. Because I'll tell you what, because this is exactly what's going to happen, bro. You're gonna go out and you're gonna have a moment. It's gonna be great, and then you're gonna come home and you're gonna get kicked square in the fucking nuts every day. That's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. So remember that and try to do your best and let people know, you when you're thinking of them and stuff like that. I don't know. I had a moment of reflection. It was really, really great. And I think we all need to have more moments of that because we get really wound up. I'm just kind of like, so just to be honest, I'm kind of on edge today. I almost called this show off. I didn't want to do it today because I was getting pissed. I had a great trip. Everything's great. I come home and I get a fucking call from another, I don't even know who it was, which one. It was one of them that did like the EKG on my head. They want like $2,000 from me. And, I can't pay that shit, So, I'm trying to tell them my story. They don't give a fuck. They just want their money. And so it's tough. It's tough. You just every day you wake up, you're going to get kicked square in the nuts. You just have to figure out how to either dodge that or deal with that. And that's what we do, every day. So like, I'm trying not to let it affect the moments. I'm trying not to let it affect this. Like, it's really, really got to me. And just the way it is, So it's all good. I took a break. I walked around. I cut a peach up, I took a piss. I just got a drink. I just relaxed. I'm just breathing. I'm just walking around. So we're here. This makes me happy. This is my happy place. But you guys know this is vloggy too. We talk about stuff. Ultimately, we're all in the same boat. We're just in different boats, but it's the same fucking water. So anyway, my trip was awesome. My trip was great. I really enjoyed it. It was good to visit home. Home is always home. Shout out to my homie Cody. My good friend Cody hooked me up with a buddy pass to get there very, very cheap. And I appreciate that, Cody. You're a good man. I've known you a long time. Cody's a good guy. When I first moved down here in 2010, he hit me up. He was listening to All Gen Gamers, of course, and was like, hey, we need to hook up and go to Bookman's. So we went to Bookman's. I met him. He gave me a stack of 2600 games and also gave me a LodgeNet GameCube controller, which I still have. Excuse me. What a great guy. Super great guy. And we've stayed connected all the way. 9 years, man. Crazy. Time really flies. But anyway, saw the family, had a family barbecue, was playing croquet in the backyard. You can probably tell a little bit. Yeah, I got a little sun. It was overcast, and I didn't really anticipate getting sun. Funny, right? As I was getting on the flight to come home, the flight attendants were like, wow, it looks like you got a little sun. I'm like, it's funny. I live in the damn desert where it's sunny all the time. I can get burned anytime I go outside, but I go to Portland and get fucking sunburned. Go figure. So funny. But I got some sun, had some great time. We had chicken and burgers. It was absolutely fantastic. Met up with the homie Chad, Mr. Panda Squad. Good to see you, Chad. I haven't seen him for at least 3 or 4 years, I think. It's been a long time. Usually catch up with him. Portland Retro Gaming. It was good to see him. He hooked me up with his modded Wii. He gave me that, which is great. We've been talking about it for, I don't know, about 3 years. So he wanted to give me that, which is great. It has some of the emulators in there. Also, I'm excited because I'll be able to put my discs in the computer, rip the GameCube and Wii games, and then put that on the hard drive so that hopefully it can have like a complete, well, at least complete to what I have, collection of games, which is a lot of fun. Play those without the discs. That would be really, really nice and convenient. So thank you, Chad. Much love and respect to you. Hung out with the homie Justin. Justice, of course. We had such a great time. We had some good pad thai. Some Isan represent Northwest, of course. Was so good. Good chat, good times. And then, went to ground control in the Northwest. Now, a lot of people know about ground control. We've been there for it's been there for a very long time. But last year, they did a remodel and an expansion. So they added a new building that's connected by a hallway, a walkway in the middle. And boy, is it fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And it was really cool to see. And I'm glad that I went in there. We spent about an hour. It's all we had time-wise, but worth every moment. So thank you again, everyone. Steph and I are planning to make a return in October for Portland Retro 2019. We really want to, so we're kind of like putting that on the calendar and making that work, So hopefully we can hang out and stay for longer and maybe do some sort of event or something. I just want to come and hang out and just be kind of an attendee this year. Maybe next year I'll do a panel or something. But for this year, I'm going to be just hanging out as an attendee, being a normal Joe Blow out there. So the trip was great. Hey, here's some other news. So KFC, so I talked about a brand new Mountain Dew. What the F is going on with this? KFC and Mountain Dew have finally partnered up. What? What is that? What? They have partnered up to specifically and specially design a a Colonel's Chicken edition of Mountain Dew. Now, we all know the Baja Blast, the almighty Taco Bell Baja Beast, the favorite, the Baja, the Baja, the Baja Blast, the Blast of Baja, the nectar of the Baja, the mountain juice, the what? Baja Bonkers? Bahunkers. Thanks, Steph. How can you top that? How can you top that one? Well, KFC and Pepsi are partnering up, and they came out with a Mountain Dew called Sweet Lightning. Yes, Sweet Lightning. It is billed as, quote, the first exclusive beverage to be offered at KFC and only second to the almighty Baja Beast. KFC says that they, quote, with a punch of peach and a touch of honey, it is a crisp and sweet component and goes great with the deep fried batter of their chicken. So they designed it specifically to go with KFC's 11 ingredient chicken recipe, which 6 of those ingredients is dog shit. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? With the addition of Sweet Lightning, we now have a drink that is as unique as KFC's and the Colonel's secret blend of 11 herbs and spices. It was co-developed by KFC, mostly the KFC team. So Pepsi kind of said, hey, go for it. Figure out something, do something, we'll put it together. So it was mostly designed by the KFC team. So they came up with that, peach and a touch of honey. Spoiler alert, newsflash, the verdict is in. No, the verdict is not in. But the homie, Narkill, Mr. Nargrill, I got a picture of it here. I'll pop up for you so you can see. The homie Nargrill sent me a message in Discord today and was like, yep, I tried it. It's garbage. Yep, he tried it. It's shit. So, honestly, I want to try it. And we do have a KFC maybe about 10 minutes from us, 15 minutes from us. So, I'm going to give it a whirl. I mean, you got to try it. I mean, you remember the first time you had Baja Blast? You're like, oh my God, it just changed everything. So there's that. KFC, what are you doing? KFC's also been in the news a week before. Well, maybe it was longer than that, but I heard it almost only a couple weeks ago. They had a new sandwich out called the, surprisingly enough and original enough, the Cheetos sandwich. Can you guess what that is? Bruh. It is a sandwich with crispy chicken on it and Cheetos. There's a picture of it there on the video feed. I want to go on record and say Cheetos is probably one of my one of my favorite snacks, if we consider it a chip, right? Is it a chip? I guess. I mean, I love the Ruffles, cheddar, and sour cream, yes, but I love Cheetos. They're fucking addicting. All I'm saying is, bro, don't fuck with the Cheetos. All right? Don't fuck with them. I can't imagine that being tasty. I don't know. It looks like it has mayo on it too on the bottom. What is that? What is that? You see it? What is that? Ew. Ew. I don't know about that, dude. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good, but it almost looks like the chicken has some sort of like cheese or sauce. See that? It's like, well, this is a fake sandwich that's been painted and put together. Like, they dress it up for the picture, but it just doesn't look that appetizing to me. Not sure that I'd be down to try that, to be honest. I don't know. But the Baja, the new Mountain Dew, I'd be down for that. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so hey, to follow up and to move on before we go into this week in gaming history, everyone loves week in gaming history. I want to talk about just real quick. I went game hunting for maybe a couple hours. In fact, Big Nell, my dad brought it up. Was like, hey, Jace, there's a place just down the road. It's called Video Game Wizards, and he was reading about it on the news, how they're having to they're getting evicted because 7-Eleven that they're next to is forcing them out. They're taking their space. They're forced to move to another place. They've been there since like 94, 95. They've been there a long time. I remember going to Video Game Wizards when I was a kid and I wasn't old enough to have an account. My dad had to set up an account and get the little card and everything. So it's a family business. They've been around forever. They're a staple. So I always like to support them and go out there. And so he was reading about that on the news saying like, they're getting kicked out and we should go check them out. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know all about them. They're fantastic. Fuck it. Let's go. So we went and my brother, CJ and I, we went in and we were just doing a little game hopping. I posted a few pictures on social media, you know, at Heine House. Plug there. If you are not following me on social media, go check that out. I did a little Instagram, a little twatter, a little face beezy. You can see those pictures. But picked up a few games. I want to show them off right here live. And also talk about them. So found this game here. I don't know how to pronounce it. If it's, I want to. When I first saw it, I'm like Gnome. Is it Gnome Cube? GEOM or Geom? It's the Geom Cube. Gnome Cube. I have no idea. But this looks cool because why? Well, we've been going ham on Tetris. So I started looking at this, and it appears to be a top-down Tetris. So, and then on the back it says here, it's a puzzle game. You flip, flop, and drop blocks in your customized three-dimensional playing field. Duel with a friend head-to-head or take on the computer-controlled challenges. Claim the title of Geom Master, of Gnome Master. So it's really cool. It's like, yeah, it's like a top-down fucking Tetris, bro. Oh, this looks good. This looks really good. So that's PS1. How about that? Pretty good. Stephanie's been looking for Family Game Night 3 on Wii because it has Clue and a bunch of other games. But for some reason, that game is like $20 everywhere we go or more. Like, what? Come on. Dude, these casual, like, Family Game Night Wii games, I know that's probably why, because they're, like, family-oriented, but man, it's hard to find. So anyway, I was looking for that. CJ and I went through an entire stack, multiple stacks of Wii games. I asked the dude, I'm like, hey, do you have Family Game Night 3? Totally random, by the way. What a fucking game to ask for, right? He's literally, he sat there and looked at me and then slowly turned around to the fucking stack of like 4,000 Wii games that are back there behind him. And before he even said anything, I go, can I search? Can I like dig through that? Would you allow me to dig through that? And he goes, knock yourself out. He goes, have at it, man. You know, it's just him by himself in there. He's trying to help customers. I get it. You know, I've worked retail. I know it's shitty. So I know he was in there like, I don't want to fucking dig through that to look for this dumbass game for this guy. I understand. So luckily he let me dig through it. So CJ and I went over there, just started terrorizing, just looking. Crazy enough, I only found the second one, Family Game Night 2, not the third one. But so still on the lookout. If you guys find that one out there, let us know. We're interested. But I did find 3 Wii games I'd like to show you guys. I picked this one up because it looked like a light gun shooter, and we are huge light gun shooter fans on the Wii. I think it's actually one of the best console, if not the best console to play light gun games on, even still today, because of the Wii remote and how it works. This is Wicked Monsters Blast, as you can see here. Very cool. And on the back of it, it appears a Bottle Blast, a Number Lesson, Craft Rex, Desert Striker, Don't Feed the Hippos. This all sounds really funny and corny, but the pictures show different. I see pictures of like, you know, I see an aimer on there and I see like targets and things. So this could be really, really cool, in fact. So I picked that up, totally impulse spot, have no idea if it is a light gun shooter or not. It only uses the Wii remote, so I'm assuming that it does. You know Big J, he needs to get his shovelware. You know he does. And when it's developed by Destineer, anyone who collects for Wii will know a sign of quality is not Destineer. Let's just bring this up real slow for the video feed. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, what is it? Oh, yep. Harley Davidson Road Trip. Bro, are you ready?
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help indeed. Oh my, I cannot wait to play this shitty ass game. It says, conquer the open road in an adventure that puts you in control of your very own Harley Davidson motorcycle. Cross-country adventure. The open road, the real feel. Make it personal. Ride coast to coast. For Hog. It's a registered trademark name, by the way. H-O-G. Hog, all caps. Magazine. Hog Magazine. Is that a real magazine? It must be. I don't know. I'm not into Harley, so I don't read that shit. Taking on over 18 assignments across 3 regions of the United States in 5 game modes. Find your way, find your own route in free ride or in time trial modes. Twist the Wii remote to feel the power. Tilt the Wii remote to lean into the curves. Oh no, it uses motion control. Oh, I'm doubly fucked now. Doubly fucked. Let me know if you would like to see a stream of this, because I still have the Mary Kay and Ashley game on GameCube sitting up there waiting to be streamed. I haven't forgot about your votes. It's coming. My stream will be fucked. When I return to doing that, that is going to be terrible. I bet you no one will watch because it's going to be so fucking bad. And then last but not least, because I couldn't find Stephanie's game, I always like to buy her something. And I was looking around and I found something that caught my eye, and I never heard of it before, but I decided to just pick it up, spur of the moment, impulse buy, and bring to her. Chaotic Shadow Warriors. Trading card game. Trading card inside. Unfortunately, trading card isn't in there. Bob, she's in the kitchen. Do you see little Bob? Oh, nope. He ran over here looking for her. She's in the kitchen, bud. There she goes. There he goes. All right. Shadow Warrior, Chaotic Shadow Warrior. This looks like, now I'm a very nubbish eye for this, but when I saw this and I saw the little card down here, I was like, that looks like a Magic the Gathering card. So I figured it's a mix between Magic the Gathering, and then as I first looked at this, I thought it looked a little like World of Warcraft, like on the back. Like, look at this. A more like cartoony, colorful WoW, possibly. So I thought, hey, maybe it's like an RPG mixed with card game. I thought it'd be cool. Maybe maybe she'd like that. She likes games like that. It'd be cool. So I don't know. We'll try. 40 unique playable characters, engage in intense multiplayer strategy. Yeah, I don't know. It says basic reading ability is needed to fully enjoy the game. So what they're saying is, if you're 2, you can't play it. Really, you gotta read. So. Should be fun. I don't know. We'll try. So some impulse buy. Basically, it's all about that Harley Davidson shovelware. No, I'm excited for that Tetris game too. That should be fun. We'll try that out. And last but not least, it's crazy that we've come to this point in gaming where the Wii is almost considered like retro. You know? I don't know. It doesn't feel like that to me. And I don't know if I'd classify it as retro, but we're at a point now to where HDMI has pretty much taken over the whole world. The Wii was not HDMI. It was just before it. So people are having issues connecting it to a TV. My brother included. He wrote me and he was like, hey, I want to get this Wii hooked up in my bedroom, but my TV doesn't have inputs for that. Which, oddly enough, what fucking TV did he have? His TV had yellow analog video inputs, but it didn't have component, and then it had HDMI. That's fucking crazy. So, yeah, man. So they're getting rid of even that. Oh, it's so weird now that I think about it. Anyway, it's very simple to connect the Wii to an HDMI TV. You just have to buy an adapter. Now you can use other cables. You can use S-video cables too, but S-video in today's world is much less common to find. Older TVs will have S-video, and I suggest if that's the best option that you have, go with that. But if you need something down and dirty, quick and easy, just go to Amazon and buy a $10 adapter that looks like this. It's Wii to HDMI converter. That's all it is. All right, got a couple of these. In fact, when my brother wrote or texted me and was like, I need to figure out how to connect this to my TV, I knew it was just this. I sent him the link to it on Amazon. I knew he wasn't going to buy it. So I just brought one from home with me on the trip. And when I got there, I plugged it in. I just gave it to him. Like, bro, you know you need this. So as I'm standing there, I just ordered myself another one so that it's replenished. And I was able to get this one in black, which kind of looks cool. But this is it here. It just plugs into the back of your Wii. Boom. And then has output HDMI. It goes right to your TV. Also has an 1/8-inch headphone jack if you want to run separate audio out, like if you're going to run it to an amplifier or powered speakers or something like that. So very cool. Now, remember, this doesn't upscale anything, okay? It's not an upscaler. This is $10. All it does is convert to a digital signal and then sends that converted digital signal out HDMI. Audio and video both come out of HDMI, by the way, and go to the TV. Now, highest resolution of the Wii is 480p widescreen. So you have to make sure if you're going to use this, just go into your Wii settings, into your TV resolution, and make sure to set it on 480p and to select widescreen to get the full benefit of this, okay? And then it just basically, it puts it in there. It says 1080p. Yeah, it's not 1080p. It just says that. Marketing. But yeah, it does not upscale anything. But it's a great way just to convert it and to take advantage. It's basically as if it takes the component signal and converts that to HDMI. That's all it is. So anyway, a great cheap alternative. It's not going to be amazing. You're not going to get great video output on the Wii. It's just it wasn't really a console for that. But it looks good as it is. I think it looks great. So anyway, that was a quick little recap of some of the stuff I found and a little PSA about the Wii to HDMI. I think they're great little adapters and they're cheap. They're worth it. Even if they break, fuck it. You're only out $10. You just get another one, bruh. All right, now it's time for This Week in Gaming History. Yes, everyone's favorite. And I'm excited because this week is my birthday week. So I'm excited to see what was released on my birthday in history, in our gaming history. My birthday is the 13th. So let's work our way through. We're going to start with July 8th. 1994, Tetris 2 on Super Nintendo in Japan, the Super Famicom. Tetris 2. Tetris is everywhere. It is everywhere. In 2010, Wii Party in Japan was released for the Wii, obviously. And that's all she wrote on that day. Slim chickens. All right, we got slim pickings here, folks. July 9th, here's a better day. 1996, SimCity 2000 on PlayStation 1 was released. I remember playing that for the first time on Super Nintendo, actually. Quite a few years ago. But yeah, SimCity 2000. 2001, Gran Turismo A-Spec on PS2, one of the greatest Gran Turismos to ever grace our console. I think I reported on this earlier, but that was in Japan, so this is the US and outside of Japan release. 2001, what a great year. 2003, Star Wars Galaxies, an Empire divided. The Empire is divided. What are they divided against? Trying to figure out if they're going to order the Cheeto sandwich or the peach dew. Lol. Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
2012, DayZ on PC. Wow. Remember DayZ? Holy shit. That pretty much exploded the gaming world when that was released. The whole open world, pretty much kind of battle royale style was sort of birthed around that. DayZ, yep. A lot of mods came after that too. Anyway, the next year, 2013, the very popular Dota 2 on PC was released. Wow, 2013. Oh, it just feels like yesterday. This is the good one I put on here. Metal Gear Legacy Collection on PS3. Oh, I forgot to put the year. Oh, shit. I fucked up. Thanks, Dev. I was so excited about it. I went and even grabbed a screen. I got a screen grab of all the games. If you're going to pick this up, Metal Gear Legacy Collection. Well, PlayStation 3, so sometime mid-2000s, I'm going to assume. Or late 2000s. The original... So, last week I reported about Metal Gear on the MSX, remember? Well, let's say you may want to play that version. You can. Metal Gear in the 1987 version, MSX2, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, MSX2 version, Metal Gear Solid, PlayStation, Metal Gear Solid VR Missions, PlayStation, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, PS2, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, yum, PS2, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, PS3, and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker on PSP. Yes, all of those games are in this collection. Holy shit. That's a game we need to put on our radar, Steph. That's pretty cool. Because I don't think I really even... I think I own like maybe... yeah, you own one on PS1 and I do too. I think just the original. Yeah, that's it. So we got to get into that. But very cool. What a collection. Moving on to the next day, July 10th, 2008, Resident Evil Archives, Resident Evil 0 on Wii in Japan. And in 2012, NCAA Football 13 on PS3 and 360. Hey, it's a fucking slim pickings day, all right? Beggars can't be choosers. That's all she wrote for that day. July 11th. Here we go. July 11th. Moving on to the next day. 1993, Street Fighter 2 Turbo on Super Nintendo in Japan. Man, it took me a long time to get used of the speed on that game. It was so fast. The Turbo edition you put on Turbo was like so fast. Holy shit. It honestly was like you had to rethink how you played the game. You had to think so far ahead. It's crazy. A lot of fun, though. 2003, Kirby's Air Ride on GameCube in Japan. That is a fantastic racing game. If you haven't played that yet, you need to. 2003, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3 in Japan for Game Boy Advance was released. You know, Nintendo has been fucking their names up for so long, even back then in 2003. Look at the name of that. This is Super Mario Advance 4. Okay, the fourth one in that series, and then Super Mario Brothers 3. God.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
I don't really have any words for that. I mean, it's so ridiculous. I remember even seeing the cart. If you go look at the name on the cart, the text is like fucking scrunched in there because they can't even fit it all on there. It's like, you know, pretty soon their name's going to be just a paragraph long. Ridiculous. 2018, Warhammer Vermintide 2 on Xbox One. And I put this in here because this was, you know, last year. But Warhammer Vermintide is a fantastic co-op game. Honestly, really enjoy the first one. Have not played the second one yet. Definitely still need to get that and give it a go. But really, really like it. Still need to pick that one up. July 12th, 1991, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge in Japan was released. Doon 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 doon. Do 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 do. We always sing that song. She left me out here to do a solo. That's cool. That's cool. I'll do a solo. She's all, what? And 2000, Virtua Tennis on Dreamcast. I put this in because, to be honest, my favorite tennis game is Mario Tennis on 64, but the Virtua series that Sega did, incredible. Incredible. And even on the Dreamcast, man, that game is fantastic. If you haven't played that, you really should do yourself a favor. If you're a tennis fan, you definitely need to have it. In 2005, the original Flat Out on PS2, one of the greatest arcade racing games even to this day. If you're going to play a Flat Out game, oh my God, please skip 3. Don't even go there. I'm saving you. Save yourself. Save everything. Go play Flat Out Ultimate Carnage. Go play that one. Or even just Flat Out 2. It's kind of the same game, but Ultimate Carnage is on 360. That's the one I played it on. It's also on PC if you want the higher res textures and stuff. Check it out. Very, very good. 2018, last year on this day, Octopath Traveler on Switch came out. Holy shit. It's been a year already? It does not feel like a year, does it, Steph? It does not feel like a year. Octopath. You know, when I was there with CJ, he's already complete. He's beat the game. And he was doing all these side quests and shit.
Still waiting to start.
Yeah, we don't even have it yet. We're not going on our Octopath travel yet. We're getting there. The no Octo travel, the no Octopath. Yeah. July 13th. Okay, my birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to me. In 1990, eSWAT City Under Siege on Genesis was released. The eSWAT games originally was a arcade game. Originally was an arcade game. Very hard arcade game, by the way. In 1991, Super R-Type on Super Nintendo in Japan was released. Oh, hey, Bob. How you doing, buddy? Bob's over here. He's just hanging out. He must knew it was my birthday. You want to come up? What are you doing, Bob? Maybe he'll come up. Hold on. You want to come up? What are you doing? Here. Come on, Bob. Let me show you off to all the people in your long ass hair. Here, bud. No, he wants to go outside. Yeah. Come on, Bob. All right, I'll let him outside. Hold on. Let's go, bud. Hey, man. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Come on, bud. Let's go. Yeah, see? Basically, when you gotta take a shit, you gotta take a shit. But all he really wants to do is go out there, piss on something, and then bork, bork, bork with the neighbor dog. They have a great relationship. Basically, the neighbor dog does one loud bork and drives him up the wall, and then he goes ape shit, and then the other dog's like listening, like, ha ha ha, got him. What an asshole. No, I'll switch the cam out. Maybe you can see him out. I should have just switched this cam. He was here. So yeah, where were we? Yeah, Super R-Type. Gotta watch for him when he wants to come back in. 2000 Threads of Fate on PS1. That is a very popular RPG, and I believe it has some sort of, from what I've read, now I know a lot of people probably played it. I haven't played it, but it has some sort of platforming involved, and then turn-based. So it's kind of a more like traditional style RPG, but also has some platforming elements. Sounds kind of fun. 2005 DDR Mario Mix on GameCube. Long story short, see, there he is. Hold on, let's look. Can you see him out there? Here, let's go get him together. All done? Okay. Bye, Bob. Like that. Just like that. Yeah, the DDR Mario Mix. So a long time ago, I went to Bookman's with Gamester, and this was in the glass cabinet there. It was really cool to see it, and it was like $30 or $25 or something. And John jumped on it. It's like, wow, that's a really cool deal. It was all in box, all together. What a hell of a deal! But it's basically DDR, on console. Comes with the dance pad and all that, and it features exclusive Nintendo themed songs, which is really cool. So if you ever see that one, pick that up. It's pretty cool. 2015 on July 14th, God of War. Oh wait, where the fuck? Hold on. Oh damn, it threw me all off. I switched days. Okay, forgive me. So July 13th we did eSWAT, Super R-Type. I messed up. So 2013 on July 13th, we're still there, my birthday. Pikmin 3 on Wii U in Japan was released. And then last game on July 13th, 2018, last year, Captain Toad the Treasure Tracker on 3DS and Switch. Stephanie, my daddy taught me a game. You want to know what the game is, Steph? It's called Switch.
I have an idea.
You know what it is? Well, the premise of the game is you take one finger, you put it in your mouth. You know where the other one goes? In your dad's asshole. And then when I say go, he switches. It's fucked up. I don't know why you do that all the time, Steph. You gotta stop it. 2014. All right, I fucked up the days. 2014, 1993. This is a good day. Super Mario All-Stars on Super Nintendo in Japan. That's really, again, one of the greatest games they could have released on that console. It has Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3. Some cases has Super Mario World, and then it has Super Mario Brothers 2, the original version in Japan, which is called The Lost Levels in the US, because we got Doki Doki, and you know that whole story. 1998. Oh, dude, F-Zero X on N64 in Japan. Wow, what a game. 4-player, 60 frames a second. Get fucking bent, mate.
What's wrong with you?
If you don't own that game, get out there and get it. All right, so here's where Threads of Fate comes in. Here's where DDR Mario Mix comes on. And then in 2015, God of War 3 Remastered on PS4 was released on this day in 2015. And then lastly, the power hit, the Grand Slam. Thank you, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. 2011, Star Fox 64 3D on 3DS in Japan was released. I remember when that came out in the States. I really wanted to play it. In fact, I wanted to buy a 3DS so bad just to even play that, because Star Fox 64 is the shit. That's my jam, baby.
Winner.
That is this week in gaming history. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? All right, coming up, we got some gaming news to talk about. Some stuff that's happening this week. You want to know? I feel like I need to have a segment. Not that I want to give any fucking respect to these assholes, but I almost feel like I need a segment now because it's happening so much. Cheater of the week. You pathetic sacks of shit. Cheater of the week. Streamer Gizoria, playing CSGO, used a hack that caused weapons on the ground and the bomb to glow with a colored outline indicating where that they are in the world. Oh, great. And evidently, this isn't the first time this asshole's been cheating. There have been videos showing him using powerful hacks in CSGO, which allowed him to see enemy outlines, health, other information through walls. Basically, from what I understand, now it may be specific to... The only one I know about, honestly, is it's called Chams. And it's a joke, it's a running joke now that we have when we all play online. They're like, turn off your Chams, Jason, because I was accused of hacking. I've been accused of hacking in so many games, to be honest, or cheating in games. And I was accused of using Chams in a game called Crossfire a long time ago. And I never even heard of, I didn't even know what Chams was. So we were just laughing, making joke of it. Like, oh, chamming. We have no idea. It may be a hack, it may not be. I don't even know. But I was accused of using that, so we joke about it. But that's what this sounds like to me. So, it's bullshit. People out here cheating. What the fuck, man? Get a life. Get a fucking life. Twitch specifically states in their guidelines that you have to play the games according to the game's rules. All right? They have said that. And there's so many people that cheat that it's tough, to police that. There's probably thousands that you see out there because people can't ever work for anything anymore and get good at anything anymore. Not sure why. It feels great. It feels great to be good at something. It really does. Only a few of us may know that. Hopefully they ban his account. Speaking of Twitch, the sub-only streams. Now, they announced this not too long ago where you can do streams that are for your subs only. So you can choose to do that. There's been some drama with that, though. Let's talk a little bit about that. So Twitch's new feature allows streamers to choose and go live to only their subscribers, the people who pay to subscribe to the channel. But with some game companies, some developers, it's actually an infringement in the terms of service. All right, so you have to be careful with this. You have to read about the rights and wrongs, the do's and don'ts, depending on the game that you're streaming. And it's probably going to be a big fat pain in the ass to dig through the user agreement of your game. Sure, because they hide it. They don't make it really readily available. But all games have these, so you have to look at that. Riot Games, Blizzard, Steam, and several other game companies have this word infringes on that. So if streamers go live exclusively to subscribers while playing Overwatch, League of Legends, CSGO, and other games, they'll be liable for having their accounts punished because you're not supposed to do that according to their terms of service. Riot's legal page. So this is kind of like sort of, in fact, PSA for people who are starting to do this. I think this is actually great that Twitch is offering sub-only streams. I'll talk about that after I get done with this too. But also, I think it's good for us all to know about this so we don't get in trouble with it either. I'm telling you, man, they're cracking down on a lot of stuff. They're having very strict rules with stuff. So it's kind of like almost, you have to keep up with this. You kind of really have to be in the know. Riot's legal page, so Riot Games, the company says that anyone is allowed to do gameplay streaming of their games and accept donations, quote, so long as non-subscribers can still watch the games concurrently. Valve states, you can't charge users to view or access your videos. While Blizzard writes, the videos and creators can't force a viewer to pay a fee to be able to view our productions. So you have to be really careful about that. And honestly, I can see myself making that mistake, like just doing it one night, like, hey, I'm going to do a fun, like, sub-only stream to reward my subscribers that I appreciate and have it be, like, fucked up. You're like, you stream the wrong game. What if we have a 24-hour stream and we're playing and we just are cycling through games? You know, you have to be really careful. See, it gets real tricky. So you got to be careful there. Putting gameplay content behind a paywall is using another company's intellectual property for a direct profit, which is an illegal use of a brand. That's what they say. And that's what it is. So basically, what it comes down to is you have to either research your game, make sure that you can still do that if you're going to do a sub-only stream. And if not, you either don't stream it or you just do something else. Like this, for instance, like when I start rolling into doing these live on Twitch, in other places, you can use IRL or just chatting or the podcast section or whatever content you're releasing can go under those categories, and then you can sure do it. Honestly, so I made notes of this because they used to have a feature a long time ago in the Justin TV days. They used to have a feature where you could do private streams, where you could just basically password protect it and only give passwords to certain people or email addresses, and they could tune in. But of course, that turned very quickly over to fucking porno and, you know, people doing sex cams and all that sort of thing. That pretty much ruined it for Justin TV. So they got rid of that completely. And that's understandable. I mean, hello. I mean, Nintendo gave everyone swap note on DS, and what's the first thing that people do with it? Well, they take pictures of their dick. I mean, that's just what the world does, you know? Take pictures of your titties, take pictures of your dick, send that over. It's ridiculous. That's why I'm banned from swap note. I just kept sending dick pics to Steph, and she said, Jason, they're unsolicited. I don't want them. And then I got an email from Miyamoto. I don't know what to do. No, I'm just kidding. But it was a problem, and that has always been a problem. That's why that shut down. That's why swap note is shut down. And that's why this is good, because it actually, the private stream has to be for people that are actually paying to subscribe. And it costs $5 to subscribe to a channel. And, half of that goes to the streamer, half of that goes to Amazon. I say Amazon because they own Twitch. Goes to Twitch and Amazon. But I think this is good. I look at it as this is in my theory, it's the above and beyond approach, okay? I've always been a firm believer in giving people who go above and beyond for me, people who give hard-earned money to me, who pledge like on Patreon or subscribe on Twitch or tip when I'm streaming or anything like that. If you go above and beyond and actually give your hard-earned money, pledge it, saying I like what you're doing, I appreciate what you're doing. Here, let me show that. Let me help you continue this content that I'm enjoying. I feel like you should have some sort of perks and benefits. I mean, that's why I do shit like this. That's why I'm giving away CDs. That's why if you join the party pack tier, I give you my entire music catalog for free forever. Like, it's a small price to pay, so, and it also helps me greatly. It really, really helps me greatly. So I'm a firm believer in that. So I like this feature. I think I can see myself doing this podcast maybe once or twice a month or something, or even just doing it on Twitch live to subs first, and then releasing it a day later or 2 days later or something, like giving you early access. So I have all these ideas going on. I think it's great. I think you should be rewarded if you go above and beyond for supporting the streamers and the content creators you love. This isn't fucking rocket science. I think it's great. If you support people, you should be rewarded for that, at least with a thank you. You know, my goodness. Fuck, I watch people give Shroud and Dr. Disrespect, and I just see his flood of money coming in of stuff, and he doesn't even recognize people. He doesn't even talk to people. People like tipping $5, $10, $20, $100, just tip, and then he's just sitting there playing his game. And so much comes through. He doesn't even like acknowledge people anymore. It blows me away. It's like, wouldn't you rather, like, I guess not. I guess you don't really care. A lot of people don't care. I would care. Like, I would want to connect with somebody, but I'm old school, right? I kind of like that. I'd rather connect with someone and have some sort of, even if it's an online relationship or friendship, like gaming or doing something, I'd want to be acknowledged. Be like, hey, thanks for that. I appreciate that. Boom, got you. I got you. So anyway, so that's what's happening with Twitch. Some cool stuff there. Tetris 99 and Splatoon has an event coming up. The event will be taking place from July 12th at 12 a.m. Pacific until July 15th at midnight Pacific. It's when it ends. Players who earn 100 points over the course of the weekend will unlock a bonus prize, a Splatoon in-game theme. Very cool. Now, if you took part in last month's event, if you took place in last month's event, it was the original Game Boy skin and blocks and sound. Honestly, the themes are amazing on Tetris 99. They are done so very well, and you really should take part and jump in there and do that. So get your ass in there. Refunds on Shenmue 3. Yes, we have some Shenmue 3 drama that's happening. This is kind of a long-winded story. I'm not going to get into the whole thing, but last month, the makers of Shenmue 3 announced that the game will be released exclusively on the Epic Store for PC. That is a very hot topic right now, and I'm not talking about the store in the mall. When Shenmue 3 first launched, it was a Kickstarter game, right? And everyone backed it. It got tons of money. It got funded. This was a huge, huge Kickstarter. And it was believed and said that it would be on Steam, right? Ah, my goodness. Well, what happened was the tables turned, because on Epic Store, they're offering a deeper pay cut, or not a pay cut, but more. They're offering more to the developer in returns for sales through Epic as opposed to Steam. Now, Steam is usually like 30% roughly, and Epic is giving taking only 12%. So that's a huge, huge chunk of money going back to developers. So now you see why that developers are going with Epic Store, because they're getting more money back on their product. It makes the most sense. But it pisses everyone off, and everyone's frustrated because it's exclusivity. They don't like that. But this is really fascinating on what's happening here. So what's going on is that Epic is going to be issuing refunds, full refunds to anyone who wants one, who backed the Kickstarter, so that the money that the developers made in the Kickstarter is still going to be there. It will not affect that pool, so they can continue to develop and have the funds to continue in the studio, right? That makes sense. That's a pretty bold move for Epic to step in and actually take care of that cost, front the bill to those refunds, which I'm sure there will be a lot of them, but I kind of feel like they'll make it back up because people are going to be really wanting to play it. But just hop on the PS4 and play. Maybe they'll just say fuck it and go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. You'll never see Steam doing shit like that, like giving back, taking care of the bill. Hell no. You can see Epic Games is really wanting to get their catalog in their store ahead. And they have to be doing shit like this. They have to take bold and aggressive moves like this. They really need to. A lot of people don't like it. Never heard of a salty controller? You've heard of a salty gamer. Talking about salty controllers. A fellow by the name of Eric Heckman, YouTube channel, insert controller here, has created a controller that lets you pour salt and rage quit a game. It's a real thing. The controller is a cup of water hooked up to a, what is it? Arduino? Something like that. If you're playing Smash Bros, Overwatch, League of Legends, or any other game, you pour salt into the cup and it automatically queues up the series of commands necessary to quit the above games. So basically it basically activates a like a shortcut or a what's the term I'm thinking of? A sequence of hotkey presses, basically. When the player pours salt into the water in the cup, the attached open source electronics platform software and hardware, it's a microcontroller in the cup. It detects the change in electrical current and inputs commands into the PC or console. Depending on which game you're playing, it will change up the sequence, right? Like if it's Overwatch, like escape, quit, depending on what it is. And Eric also shows how he makes controllers out of various items, including a can of Spam and a Nerf blaster. I actually have a screenshot here of the controller. So we see him, he's playing Overwatch here. And if you pour salt into the cup, there it is. It sends the signal, the current changes, sends the signal down the line and quits your game. I don't know. Hey, you know what? There's smart people out there, a lot smarter than me, and I think that's pretty fantastic. But let's not teach these kids how to rage quit any more than they already do. Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Speaking of Overwatch, though, there's an Overwatch cookbook. Yes, it's a real thing. And my first question was, is it like officially licensed? Yes, it is. It's a cookbook coming out based on Overwatch. Never thought I would say that, but it's an official cookbook, of course. They give a little sneak peek of one of the recipes here. Soldier 76 milkshake. Just in time for summer. Stay frosty. It will be available in October. It's called the 76. Here's a screenshot of it. Looks pretty tasty. Yeah, look at that. All the ingredients, how to make it, all the props. Looks like it's put in a jar, a big glass jar. Trick or treat. Stay frosty. Looks pretty nice. I would like a milkshake. Hey, a new Easter egg was found in Half-Life. Can you believe it? What? Many, many years later, Half-Life Decay, which this is a learning experience because I'm a huge Half-Life fan, have been for many, many years since it came out. I never heard about this game. It's called Half-Life Decay. I guess it was a PS2 exclusive co-op mode. It was developed by Gearbox, but I never had it. I don't own. Does any of you own it? Have any of you played it? Fuck, this would be amazing to play. It was included as a bonus mode in the PS2 port of Half-Life, so gotta check that out. I don't even know that I own Half-Life 1 on the PS2. I own the second one. I remember I have that. The Alex Vance. Gordon Freeman. The Freeman. Using split screen, two players control the scientists as they explore and survive Black Mesa during the events of Half-Life. It's pretty fantastic. The PS2 mode only has since been ported to PC, but this particular Easter egg is only found in the PS2 version. Folks, dig through your games. If you have this, let's see if it works. Let's do it. It involves the body of a dead security guard that is found floating in the pool of the, here we go, 5th mission of Half-Life Decay. Body is actually can be destroyed using weapons, but it will take some time. The body has over 3,000 health, making it tougher than usual, and making it actually even more powerful than the final boss in Half-Life, if you can believe it. It takes 600, I repeat, 600 hits with a crowbar, but also can be done faster if you have a gun or explosives. Once the body is destroyed, you will be rewarded with snarks. These are small aliens which can be used as a weapon. You toss them at enemies and they will attack them for a few moments and then they explode. That's fucking awesome. You throw an alien, it attacks them, sticks onto them, and explodes. A round of applause for the Easter egg found like 20 years later. How about it? And that's, you know, that's the most beautiful thing in gaming, is when I hear stuff like this. I hear that a new Easter egg was found, a new glitch was found, you know, some new type of procedure to do a level, or some new quicker way on the speedrunners. I mean, the speedrunners are fucking breaking games left and right. It's so cool to watch. Amazing to watch. So cool. There is a, moving on, there's a photographer that captures the inside of consoles and then makes prints of them. This is very, very cool. We wanted to give him a plug. This is really cool. Richard Perry, photographer in New Zealand, takes apart old video game consoles to document all of their internal components and then turns them into photographs. It's pretty amazing. He then arranges each piece on a sheet of see-through acrylic, holds them in place with glue, and creates and stacks them as you see in the finished piece. I'll show you here in just a moment. You can purchase these prints at his store at Society6, that's SOCIETY, the number 6.com/Richard Perry, PARRY. Canvas prints come in various sizes, range from about $30 all the way up to about $74 US. You can also get a poster version, which is about $15. How about that? Let's go ahead and show us off some of these here. I got a few of the pictures here. Boom, pop them up. Look at this. Here's the Wii, obviously. Very cool. I like that a lot. I would love to have that as a poster on my wall. We're looking at the Wii. Here's the PlayStation 1. All the internals. Very nice. Looks so cool. You know, it's actually, this is, here's the Game Boy Color. Very nice. I love that. Love the kind of yellowish orange background too. This is fascinating because if you've ever seen a very detailed schematic to a piece of electronic gear, some high-end gear have schematics like this that not only show like the wiring diagram and the circuitry, but also show this in kind of layers of how they're assembled and the way that they're assembled, like where the screws go through and all that. So this kind of resembles that a little bit, and I like that. Way, way cool. So how about that? How about that? Buy me a poster. How about that? Very cool. All right, so that was some gaming news. Hey, before we move on to tech news, I'm going to take a moment, just a pause for the cause, to talk about the last musical project that I've been working on. Before we hop into all that tech news stuff, I'd like to showcase, it's the latest music project from a band that I had the pleasure of producing from my homie John, Mr. Chaunch. Incredible bass player, incredible singer. I've been working with him for years. We're very, very close musically. And he's just an incredible talent. And something that he has a band, and something that they want to do was put an album together, a whole album of 7-8 songs. And so called me up and says, hey, you want to produce a record? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And so jumped in, started about planning it December 2018. And then we recorded it. We sat down from February 2019 to record everything. Everything was done right here in house at the Heine house. And the guys came out. We had a really, really fantastic time. And the record came out amazing. They're so excited. They already released it on July 2nd. It's out there on Bandcamp. It's a 3-piece band. The incredible Ricky on guitar, James on drums, and of course the homie John on bass and of vocals. John has played lots of stuff on my own personal stuff, even back in 2012 on the Nothing's Forever album, right here. Right there. He's played bass on a lot of that stuff that's on there. So he's super, super talented, and even on more modern stuff that I have coming out real soon. So yeah, I executive produced the whole album. It's coming out right now. You can pick it up. theColorblush.com is the website. We're going to listen to a song. How about that? Let's jump right into it and hear a song. This is the title track off of the album called If You Feel Sick.
Dusty gender stopping the medication too early may allow it to grow, which may ring so dim, a relapse of infection.
There we go. How about that? The color blush in the house represent the homie John. Not a nice sound. Yeah, they're a 3-piece, so it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of opportunities to do some creative mixing techniques and a lot of fun stuff right there. And it's fun working with a 3-piece that is very, very heavy. So yeah, it was great. You know, distorted bass. You know, bass is almost the primary a front runner instrument in this band, and so it was a lot of fun to mix and have fun there too. So yeah, check them out. Thecolorblush.com. It's available right now, DRM free on their site. So please check it out. They're on Bandcamp, and really appreciate the opportunity to work with you. And that goes out. Hey, honestly, this is kind of like a PSA for anyone out there with bands. If you want to work with me, you can hire me. I am absolutely in business to do audio for you and with you. I can produce, I can arrange, I can help, I can mix. You know, I can mix your band, I can master your music, I can do voiceover stuff. I offer pretty much any and everything you could want in audio form for you. So if you're looking at doing something, you want to have a little, you know, spice up your sound, do a little final touch on something. Maybe it's a one-off project, something personal, something with your band. Hit me up. You know, I'll work with you. You know, I don't do shit for free. I can't, but I definitely am, you know, I'll work with you. I'm affordable and I do a fantastic job. Okay. That works. So the color blush, fantastic stuff right there. And actually, before we move on to tech news, I want to talk about just real quickly all this Tetris stuff going on. Well, we have Tetris, their 35th anniversary happened. And it's happened this year, of course. And one thing that I was asked to be a part of was a 35th anniversary video on YouTube from Arcade USA is the YouTube channel. It's my good friend Willie. Good to see you. Good to have you. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of it. But it's right here, just a little picture of it. If you type in Tetris anniversary 30th, you'll see it here. I'll just click on the video real quick, pull it up. There it is. And basically, I think it's gonna play. Yeah, or not. Yay or nay? No, it won't. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, the video there, you can check it out. It's basically a memories video. We talk about our Tetris memories, and I talk about the arcade that I got for $50 in 2009, living in Colorado. That's my memory with some some Tetris stuff. Probably the coolest Tetris memory I have. So go check it out. Arcade USA. Give them a sub. Give them some love over there. Good stuff. Okay, let's move right along. We have some tech stuff to talk about before we move right along into the Discord event and put a pretty little bow on it. Call it a day. So tech news. Hey, Amazon has confirmed, and I think we all kind of knew this anyway, possibly. We kind of knew that. But Amazon does keep your recordings forever unless you specifically go in and delete them out of there. And I don't know. I mean, we all kind of knew that, but now we have official words. So they've confirmed, hangs on to every conversation you've ever had with an Alexa-enabled device, or unless you specifically go in and delete them, which we talked about this in a previous episode. There are ways for you to go into your settings and delete your recordings out of your account. It's in there. And you can also Google search it and find the correct procedure to do that as well. Yeah, they keep your data as long as you want it. So just be aware of that. Just be careful. I actually would love to hear what in the hell I'm yelling at my Google. You can go into your account. I forget the web address. I think it's accounts.google or something.com. I'm not sure. It's something like that. But you can go into your account, and if it's linked up to your smart device, you can go listen to everything you've said to it. And it's really, really funny because you'll hear, like, I'll be asking it something, and then someone else is like yelling something else across the room, and it's so funny. So good. Can't even imagine what they hear over there in the office. Just be careful, right? Because it will always remember, and they'll keep that of when you asked it to order the butt plug and the fleshlight. Just be careful, all right? It's in there. In more ways than one. Brr. Apple is ditching the butterfly keyboards. Yeah, here's some news. Apple is getting rid of the butterfly keyboards that they introduced in the 2015 MacBooks. They are moving on and going to be using a new scissor switch design, which will use glass fiber to reinforce its keys. This has been a huge topic in the MacBook and MacBook Air and MacBook Pro world. Everyone's pretty much hates their keyboards, and the design has not been very good. And a lot of people have busted keys that just don't function, and just all out failing. And so it's been a huge issue. Despite tweaking the design, Apple has said its butterfly keyboards not, they didn't really work right. Yeah, we know. Apple has struggled to overcome this problem, which we can obviously see. And they've pretty much just said, okay, fine, we're going to do it. We're going to redesign it. This is great. It's a problem when their site actually has I put this in quotes, keyboard service program. They have a fucking program that they offer for nothing but keyboard repairs on these, specifically these MacBooks that use that keyboard only. Go to their site, look it up, search Apple keyboard service program. It will pop up, and it has a list of MacBooks, MacBook Pros, and MacBook Airs of certain years that qualify for this. Insane. Hey, but you know what? On the flip side, I can't talk too much shit because they are addressing it. You have to give credit where credit's due. So they're addressing it and saying, okay, we have a problem here. I know the design is kind of fucked up. They're not working. We have a lot of issues. Here's a program in place designed to specifically help you. And hopefully they don't charge you too much, but I don't know what the price is, but at least they're offering something for people who have those MacBooks. They shouldn't have even had it in the first place, but at least they're addressing it. ASUS back on the map. They have a dual monitor laptop. I have a picture of it here. I'm going to pop open and show you. Look at this. Dual monitor laptop, which in a way, at first I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? I mean, I got my DS, boy. I got a larger DS, boy. What? Think about it. Look at your laptop. Go look at your laptop right now. Look at all that wasted real estate up there or below there. I got this old MacBook. It has all this empty real estate. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, there you go. Take it and put part of a screen in there. I think that's actually kind of cool. Looks nice. It's basically the bottom portion, for people who can't see it, the bottom portion of the laptop It's almost cut in half, and the bottom half of it on the bottom is just the keyboard and a touchpad on the right, and then the top other half is a screen, widescreen. Launching a new dual screen laptop called the ZenBook Pro Dual, which has a second 14-inch display built into the keyboard deck. Oh, it's touchscreen too. That's nice. Secondary screen can be used for multitasking or just extending your laptop's display. Can run apps separately from the primary display or an extension of the main one. This is very cool. Weighs 5.5 pounds, making it heavier than the 4-pound 15-inch MacBook Pro and the 4.5-pound Dell XPS 15. They have not yet announced availability or pricing. Well, of course it's going to be heavier. It has a fucking second monitor in the bottom of it. But we're talking a pound, you know. That's actually quite a bit in the laptop world. But still, the price you pay to have, dude, 10 years ago we had fucking 20-pound laptops. So fuck off. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's good in the hood. Speaking of ASUS, they want your old graphics cards back. Yes. What is this? What? Wait, who? What? Bruh. ASUS is going to let PC gamers in the UK only, so all of our UK friends, listen up. A trade-up graphics card program. This is something they've announced. Customers can take their old gear and swap them for some of the newer graphics cards out there, and makes it a little bit more affordable. They get a little something back for their old card. If they're not going to use it, then fucking get rid of it. It's great. I think this is a great thing. ASUS will allow customers to trade in any NVIDIA GeForce graphics card, beginning with the GTX 650. That's an old card. Up to current. The cards can be submitted and are divided into quality tiers: good, better, and best, based on the card's chipset and performance. Branding doesn't matter. If you trade in a higher tier card, of course, guess what? You're going to get a little bit more on your trade-in. So to do this, you need to purchase a qualifying product from ASUS between July 1st and August 31st. Okay, so there's a few months here to do this. You just need to complete the online form within 30 days of your purchase. You'll be prompted to mail in your old graphics card within 45 days of your claim approval. And your reward balance will be sent via bank transfer within 30 days after ASUS validates your trade-in. Remember, folks, you can't send them a busted-ass card. It has to be functional, has to be working. The fan works, all the parts work, all the ports work, everything's working. Fully functional. They won't take your garbage and give you money for it, unfortunately. The cash you receive on the cards can be, it can vary, of course, widely vary. However, with a GTX 1080 Ti netting around $350 in the best tier, and a GTX 750 Ti rated as good might get you around 50 or so bucks. It might be a worthwhile thing to check out. Pretty cool. Hopefully they bring that option to other countries, because I think they'd have a big success doing that. Pretty nice. It's the first time we've ever seen a trade-in program, I think. I can't recall of any. And what do you do with graphics cards? They just sit on the wall, look all crazy. Displays. Real displays. Display of a display card. Ooh. You like that? No, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of tech news. It is time for the community Discord event. Yes. Every week I come up with a different hashtag and I let everyone know what it is. And you guys can get creative and think of a fun picture, or sometimes memory, but usually a picture of that hashtag, and post it in our Discord. And it's something for all of us to look at and talk about and look at. And then I come on here every week and share them and show off all the cool pictures that you've posted. It's a lot of fun and a cool thing to do. So because it was a 4th of July week, the hashtag for last week was hashtag fireworks. And you guys got very creative. I was curious to how creative you'd get with this, showcasing fireworks in video games. You guys' minds went all over the place, and I love it. Even some that I totally forgot about that are so fucking obvious. I was like, oh, yes, of course. What is the deal? So how you take part, all you got to do is go to my website, heinehouse.com, scroll to the very top of the page, and there's a Discord icon up here. You can click that and it will launch the Discord server. You can join in. Works on your tablet, works on your smartphone, works on your computer, your Chromebook, anything. It works on all. It has an app. You should download the app. It's great. So come join in and make sure to join the podcast chat. Let's go ahead and pop it up here. I've got it up here. Boom. Look at that. Podcast chat. See the Heine House right there. Podcast chat on the left. And you can come in and take part. Let's go ahead and scroll back up here to the top. Let's get all this fun stuff that was there. Okay. So originally, here's where we started. So I was talking about last week about Donkey Kong Country 2. This is the level I was talking about where they have all these great fireworks going off in the background. I think it adds so much to the level. Adds a lot of excitement. Plus, it's beautiful. I really love it. So just to show you guys, that's the level I was talking about. And the homie Luke, he talked about, hey, fireworks, Super Mario Bros. Duh. When you finish a level, depending on the time that it ends, it will depend on the fireworks that go off. Oh, freaking mind blown right here, Luke. My man, coming through with the clutch. I totally forgot about that. How can I forget about the most epic fireworks show ever? Most original fireworks show ever, right? How about that? Thank you for that. The homie Vaughn coming in. I call it a GIF. All right. I know it's supposed to be GIF. I've been calling it a GIF for so many years, so you know what I mean. I'm calling it a GIF. Fuck it. Homie Vaughn, what do you got here? Oh, duh. Mario World, of course. When you save the princess, what happens? You get a nice fireworks show. Nothing better than a good 16-bit fireworks show, right? Am I right? So nice. Great picture right there, Vaughn. Thank you. The homie Narkill, George. Oh my gosh. Fantavision. How can I forget? How can we forget Fantavision? Duh. Now that is probably the most epic fireworks show in a game. Look at it. I love it. It's so good. See? It's another one. Totally forgot about. So good. And a friend Maverick here coming through. Only fireworks that he remembers was Grand Theft Auto. The fireworks that you can purchase in the stores. That's right. Forgot about that as well. I mean, for me, I would take a rocket launcher and shoot it into the sky. It was kind of like a fireworks show, right? Kinda. And then Casco, what up, homie? DJ here with a picture. Is this Fanavision too? I think it's also Fanavision. I don't remember. Is that one DJ? I don't know. It's a cool picture there. Drax posted a aquarium pieces. You can build your own Super Mario level. Look at that. Pretty cool. Hey, man, if the fishes like retro games too. The homie Jinko coming through. What's up? Good to see you. Nice post here. He's got 2 games he wants to post here. One being Let's Tap for Wii. Oh, I don't know if I've even played that. Look at that. That is a pretty nice fireworks show, to be honest. Other fireworks show he wants to post is Let's Go Vacation on Wii. And it's on Switch too. Features fireworks in the background where you can visit the villa or city or snow resort at night. They can be seen going off in the background. He posted a screenshot of it. Yes, there they are. Fireworks show. Wow. Go Vacation. And Tap. Let's Tap? I've never even heard of that game, dude. I'm gonna have to look that up. That looks pretty good. I'm always down for a good fireworks show, and you had me at Wii. You had me at my Wii. And the lovely Stephanie. Of course, how can we forget? How can we forget the fireworks show on the 4th of July on Animal Droppings? Totally forgot about that. That was so fun. We used to sit there and just actually on the 4th, we would log in and just go and watch the fireworks show in town. Can I just say, I am so excited for Animal Droppings on Switch. So excited. We're learning more and more about it. The online, the local co-op online stuff. Our whole family is going to be living in the same town. We're going to be visiting each other. It's going to be amazing. I cannot wait for that. Very, very excited. Amazing submissions, everyone. You guys are awesome. This is great. A lot of reminders. I'm still blown away about that freaking Mario Brothers level. Duh. See, this is why we do it. Hey, the hashtag, though, for this week, so we're talking about, talking about some food. Always comes back to food. That, that cookbook, bunch of KFC and Taco Bell items. Thinking about it. Let's get creative. Hashtag Gamer Grub. Yes, Gamer Grub. I'm interested to see where you go with this. Maybe it's a picture of some of your favorite foods. Maybe it's a picture of your favorite in-game food. Oh, in-game foods. How about that? Steph and I were thinking about this, and we came up with this because we were playing Dead Island. And in Dead Island, if you've played that, you know that you take a candy bar and you like crunch it, you eat it to get your health back, and you could hear the crunch of the candy and then him chewing it. And every time we play, I want a fucking Kit Kat or a chocolate bar or something. I just like hearing that, watching him eat it and hearing the sound. I literally cannot play that game without having candy now. Straight up. And even drinking the soda, like the energy drinks, you can hear like the fizz and gulping it down. Like, the sound design on that, fucking is superb. Superb. Great job. So, Gamer Grub, what are you going to post? What's your favorite food? I was just thinking about Mario World. Remember when Yoshi would eat the apples? And sometimes he would shit out a 1-up. He would just be like, okay, I'm stove up, shitting out a 1-up. Good to go. There's one. How about Ms. Pac-Man? Oh, I don't want to spoil them all. Ms. Pac-Man with all the food that hops around. The pretzel and the apple and the orange. Ooh, I may post some pictures of that. See, I'm already going. There's a lot of food, I think. Let's get creative. Think about it. Go into Discord, put in the hashtag GamerGrub, post a picture, and give us a description. And next week, I will show them and read them off on the podcast. And of course, folks, if you want to have audio questions, I don't have any this week, but if you want to ask me anything, I would love to answer. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Record yourself on your smartphone or your computer or whatever have you, and send it on over to HeineHouseLive@gmail.com. Just email it to me, and I'll get it on the show. I love chatting with you guys. Love talking. And with all that, I think that wraps up our episode 17 of Heine House Live. This has been great. An hour 40. Look at that. Right on cue. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for spending your time with me here on the show. I hope you have a fantastic second week in July. Much love. Catch you next week. Bye now. That's all for this episode of Heine House Live. Thank you all so much for being here. This podcast is directly supported and funded by your generous pledges given on Patreon. And if you're sitting there like, hey, thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. I had a good time. This was a good date. We had a nice sesh here. Maybe you had a little giggle. Maybe you had a little tickle. If you felt a little something, had a good laugh, cracked a little smile, swing on by Patreon. Just come on in. You don't even need reservations. It's always open for you, ready to go. Just come on by. Got a bunch of exclusive content, music, all kinds of stuff there for you. And of course, how about social media? If you're on the interwebs, maybe you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you can find me at handle at Heine House. And lastly, of course, audio questions. Please get those going. Get on the horn. Get on the bullhorn. Maybe you want to get on the string and cup. And maybe you got a talk boy. Maybe you want to submit that to me via talk boy. That would be fantastic. Bust out the cassettes. Submit those audio questions via email. HeineHouseLive@gmail.com. And of course, the real-time community chat can be found in our Discord server where the party never ends. It continues all night long. HeineHouse.com. See y'all in the next one. Bye now.